As soon as you step out here, they're gonna be at you.
A 56-year-old man is running around with gold chains like a rapper, like a 19-year-old rapper. This is a level of insecurity and false bravado that's frightening.
What you doing, sucker?
Lamone. Dang!
I deck thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck.
Cause I heard him first. I said, hold on.
You big dummy.
Whoa! Whoa!
Stupid. Use your common sense.
A chain on thy neck. I deck thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck.
What's up, boss? You believe that?
Again, this is a cultural attack. This is a cultural attack from the standpoint, it's an easy attack, right? Again, Whitlock is a Herodian. He believes in the Romans way, and you have to follow what the Romans do. But the clue and the clues I'm going to give you today is a distinct, peculiar people from ancient times that are still doing a lot of the things that the forefathers have done until now. And this is one. This is one clue here. And in Ezekiel, it just talking about how God found the orphan baby in the field, just been birthed, bloody. God picked the baby up, breathed life in it, told the baby to live, washed it, cleaned it, fashioned it, clothed it, him or she, right? And it gets to this point where it says, I deck thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hand, and a chain on thy neck. This is cultural, because this is what God had instilled into that baby as a metaphor of his people, of his specific people, right? It's cultural. He's attacked. The question is he really attacking Coach Prime, or he's really attacking the culture, right?
So I feel like I'm doing God's work. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't have nothing to pass around for people to put money in the bucket don't mean I ain't doing God's work. I feel like I'm doing God's work.
A 56-year-old man is running around with gold chains like a rapper, like a 19-year-old rapper. This is a level of insecurity and false bravado that's frightening. Oh!
What you doing, sucker?
Lamone. Dang!
Don't make sense. It does not make sense.
I have no patience for anybody that doubts me. None at all.
Let's move on. Let's go to another. I got another for y'all. The Pharaoh took his signet ring from his finger and put it on Joseph's finger. And he dressed him in robes and fine linen and put a gold chain around his neck.
Got him! Got him!
Dang!
You big dummy. Stupid. Use your common sense. Stupid. Use your common sense.
Gold chain around his neck. So This is Genesis. What is this talking about? From the earliest times, from the ancient of times, gold chains was signet to leadership and rulership and class. Class, rulership, and leadership, gold chains around the neck, was a representation that that person that with that gold chain around their neck is showing a certain stature about himself, a certain purpose about himself. From ancient times, this is what gold necklaces was for. Let's continue. I got a few more clips for y'all. Let's roll on to the next one here. Right here, I got a notation of metal and stone workmanship. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, See, I have called by name Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Ur, of the tribe of Judah, and I have filled him with the Spirit of God, in wisdom, and in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship, to devise cunning works, to work in gold, and silver, and in brass, and in cutting of stones, to set them, and in carving of timber, to work in all manner of workmanship. And I beheld, I have given with him Aholibah, the son of Ahisamach, of tribe of Dan. And in the hearts of all that are wise-hearted I have put wisdom, that they may make all that I have commanded thee. So now, what is the Lord instructing Moses? Hey, Moses, go get these men. These the craftsmen that I put the talent in. You go get them, and I'm going to command you what to do and what to create. However, they will also teach the men and women of Israel how to do these things. But you make sure you go get them now, because I got work for them to do. Okay, y'all, let's see what God instructed these men to do. They fastened 2 gold chains to the rings at the corner of the breastpiece. So breastpiece today we call pendants. Okay, so just like Coachprime wear his gold rope, his chain, his pendant is a Roman cross. All right, let's continue here. For the breastpiece, they made braided chains of pure gold, like a rope. Again, family, I'm telling you, these are cultural attacks. But Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, is the image of the culture. He's made it to the height of the culture, right? He embodies the culture.
Do you believe?
But what I'm showing you here is this culture just didn't come from BS. It didn't come from just because you want to be something that you're not. What I'm showing you is a cultural lineage, a tie from ancient Genesis times up until now, where there is a people that is coded, it's in their blood, it's in their soul to do certain things, to do specific things in life, right? And because they do those things, they're going to get chastised. It's a bigger story. It's a greater story of what's going on here. I'm just trying to show you guys some entertainment, a little fun, awareness, right? But we all have to wake up in this era, because this era is giving us a lot. Information is moving fast, right? It's moving very fast. And we have to tie into that. Understand what's going on. Understand what's going on, right? So again, these are cultural attacks to a specific people that God put the talent, the fashion, and purpose in to be the piece of the story. Every one of us have a story. All nations of people on earth have a story. But in this story, this is about a specific, peculiar, special people, right? That this clip I'm showing you today, into tying that into the references of it and why there's a connection there. Whitlock says he's a Christian, a devout Christian, right? Coach Prime is also a believer, right? But Whitlock thinks how Coach Prime go about doing things is incorrect. It's not Christian-like. See, Herodians and scribe. Whitlock would be a scribe in Christ's day. He would be a scribe, basically. And look, I got more stuff to reveal to you guys, more stuff to give to you guys. But for now, let me stay focused. Let me stay focused, okay? Let me come back to this. Let me come back to this. For the breast piece they made. Okay, let's rewind. Remember now, these are instructions God gave Moses to go get specific men that will be the leaders and craftsmen of gold, of silver, of woodwork, of brass, and stone. These men carry the wisdom and God's knowledge, right? You see here? And I'll come back through this, or y'all pause or whatever. We could take our time with this, you know? We could take our time with this. So again, in this, Whitlock said Coach Prime is 56, still 56-year-old man wearing gold necklaces like a rapper. Okay? Now,
a 56-year-old man is running around with gold chains like a rapper, like a 19-year-old rapper. This is a level of insecurity and false bravado that's frightening.
What you doing, sucker?
Pull up on me. Pull up on me.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
You big dummy. Stupid. Use your common sense.
in this, when he's talking about gold necklaces and chains, I'm just trying to give you guys a context around the culture of it. This is culture to a specific people, right?
Did you understand it though? No. Okay.
For the breast piece, they made braided chains of pure gold like a rope. Like a rope, family. In the 80s and the 90s, a specific culture wore gold ropes, and they call it rope in the linguistics of the culture.
Exactly what I was thinking. Oh, yeah.
Again, for the breast piece, they made braided chains of pure gold like a rope. They made 2 gold filigree settings, 2 gold rings, and fastened the rings to 2 of the corners of the breast piece. They fastened the 2 gold chains to the rings of the corners of the breast piece. Now, this is instructions from God, the heavenly God, our Father, our greatest grandfather, to instruct Moses. This is how you guys will wear these gold necklaces, these gold chains in a rope form. And this is how I want the pendant to be made. This is what y'all must do. Right? Now, the bigger story is who will receive these necklaces? Now, for you guys that may not know, these necklaces was for the priests, for the leaders, the men of the culture that was set to be priests, to be the orator, to be the guide, right, of the nations. So God's nation of people, the specific people He chosen, He fashioned them in this context from jewelry, gold chain necklaces, and those were symbols of class and leadership, men of God. Again, class, leadership, men of God. If you don't believe me, just read it yourself. But again, in the comment section, you can ask the questions and I can give it to you straight. And actually, if you ask the questions, and if I could put a few questions together and put a few things together and make it have a live as far as teaching or going over the questions, that would be a good idea. Y'all give me those comments, man. Give me those comments and allow me to put a few of the questions together and build what y'all asking me to do from y'all questions. But let's continue. Again, this is cultural. You know, this is a cultural thing that I'm showing you guys. So God told Moses, this is what I want you to do. Tell the men, this is what I want them to do. They work on the breast piece, and they made braided chains of pure gold like a rope. They made 2 gold filigree settings and 2 gold rings, and fastened the rings to 2 of the corners of the breast piece. They fastened the 2 gold chains to the rings at the corners of the breast piece. Again, these gold ropes was for the leaders of God's chosen, the priests, to do the work of God within the nation. All right, let's continue here. The king summoned the enchanters, the astrologers, and the diviners. He said to these wise men of Babylon, whoever reads this writing and tells me what it means will be clothed in purple and have a gold chain placed around his neck, and he will be made the 3rd highest ruler in the kingdom. Again, now I put this one here in just to show you that even in captivity, so again, the backdrop of the story is when Israel went into captivity under Babylon. And I want to say specifically Judah. The tribe of Judah went into Babylon into captivity. And with this, Daniel answered the king's question, and he became the third ruler of Babylon. Now, the third ruler, as a ruler, you know, like the rapper Rick the Ruler that wore all those gold ropes and chains back in the 80s. Rick the Ruler. This is like a prime example, right? That he had lordship. And in this case, Daniel had lordship in Babylon, right? And then commanded Belshazzar, and they clothed Daniel with the scarlet, and put a chain of gold about his neck, and made a proclamation concerning him, that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. Again, this is cultural. All of these things they're attacking is the culture. They're attacking the culture, man. They're attacking the culture. So now, like I said, Whitlock says he's a devout Christian. So you have to question, why is he blasting or looking at coachprime a certain way by wearing necklaces, right? I gave you references. I gave you listeners. Please share. Please like. Please subscribe. You must comment. Let's talk about it. Let's get this conversation going. Why are they leading us down this path? Still, it's the age of information now. It's the age of information. We can share information. The problem with the Herodians, the scribes of the Herodian types, they're losing their power. Why are they losing their power? They don't like it. They don't like what's going on in today. Technology is making the playing field more even, right? So for the people that are sports journalists or that are art journalists, right, went to school, paid their dues, right, and they was given the power to scribe, to tell the story. And that's why you always will find conflict between the athlete and the scribes, aka the journalists. Because no matter how the athlete expressed himself through their Herodian lenses, they will write the story as they see fit. And the gladiator or the athlete had to deal with the public based on what the scribes wrote. Right? So you have to attack the culture. You have to attack. Now, I'm not subjugated to one or the other. Is there a concern with what Whitlock is talking about? It could be. It could be, maybe. Right? But definitely, he's using a moment for the moment. And he's serving a purpose for the moment. I see Prime's purpose. I can see, I ain't gonna see, I can see what Whitlock is doing. But he's here for now and serving a purpose. And my purpose in between is what I'm doing now. I grew up not knowing none of this stuff. I did not grow up knowing this. No one ever showed me my whole life that these type of clues cultural clues was biblical. Did you guys know that some of these cultural clues are biblical? Or at least the one that I'm speaking about right now to you? And in this culture, there was a purpose for this thing. It was a symbol, respect. The person that wore these chains was usually a great orator that speak to the people, a counselor. So again, when we take the culture of the gold chains and what it meant in ancient times, and those same people, the descendants of those people of then, are still carrying those cultural roots and pieces to now. Why is that a bad thing? Comment on that. Why y'all think that's a bad thing? Right? Because again, like I said, wearing gold chains was class and leadership, right? And this was for the God's chosen priests, the Levites. It's the chosen tribe that God chose, the sons of Aaron, to wear these necklaces to be the representation of the men that did God's work. There's a whole fashion that God set for them. So even here, which I covered in the clip before, prime time, the honorable men, the counselor, right? The eloquent orators, the prophet, the judges, those men of that culture wore specific gold chains to represent the judge, the prophet, the ancient, the honorable man, the counselor, the eloquent orator, the captain of 50 or the leader of 50. And this is the tribe of Judah here. When you read Isaiah 3, it talks about the tribe of Judah, and it breaks down the characteristics of the men or the descendants of men in the tribe of Judah. Judah is the mighty man. He's the man of war. He's a judge. He's a prophet. He's the prudent. He's the ancient. In our culture we call it old soul. The captain of 50, meaning when he speaks, men listen. The honorable man, someone that is count on, that understand his purpose to lead. Every time he move, he speak. There's someone there to follow. There's somebody that's always watching. The counselor, the cunning artificer. This means that God gave you a talent. You worked and mastered your talent. And through that, you created through that talent. You innovated, right? And elevated in that talent. That's what cunning artificers are. And the eloquent orator. We don't need to say that's like straightforward with Coach Prime, right? So now, family, what you think again, man? Let me know. Am I on point with this one? Was this one a good one? Did y'all know? Be honest. Do y'all know this? This is set in the culture. You know, this is set in the culture, man. You know, in the culture we grew up today, that the greater culture of America shames you for wearing gold chains. Shame, shame, shame. Eroding you. Shame, shame, shame. Right? Shames you to wear a gold chain. Right? But this wasn't the culture for everybody on earth. This was specific to a specific people. And because those people was conquered, because those peoples were enslaved, that these cultural pieces were supposed to be stripped away from them. But what is surprising to the world is that these people are still doing things from the blood, the body, and the soul from ancient times. Alright. What y'all think, family? Subscribe. Let me know by subscribing. Let me know by liking. Let me know by sharing. Let me know by commenting. Hit the notification bell. If y'all like it, I will see those subscribers. I will see the likes. I know y'all will be sharing this, and commenting to let me know y'all want to know more. Please continue to puzzle the pieces together. Let's enjoy it. Let's talk it. Let's be entertained, but be edified from it. All right. This is Will and Truth signing off.
Do you believe?
In what?
You don't believe.
I believe.
You just answered it. You don't believe. Next question.
I don't believe. Throw me over here.
You don't believe.
What's good though? I'm about to go jump. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. For real, if y'all wanna pull up on me, pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up, pull up on me. Pull up on me.